All right, great Sunday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Cesar Masporo Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, in with our 15 minutes of mastery that we do each and every day. Get your day started off on the right foot. And today is our Sunday recharge, episode number 367, coming at you live from the home office this morning as start getting ready for the week ahead. As you know, we take every Sunday, plan out the week, figure things out. What worked last week? What didn't work? What can we double down on this coming week? What needs to be addressed so that we can move forward and attack the week and be in control? So this past week, we were talking about just leadership development. We were talking about different aspects of it. And this coming week, as we move forward, we're diving into a very special topic, or I should say, we're going to get into leadership development. Last week we were talking about consistency, right? Because we've been talking about these different facets of who you need to be, who we need to be in order to be able to move forward and continue to grow. Yes, here at Manufactured Home Sales Master, we're here to help you become better housing consultants, better community managers, and sell at a higher level and produce or increase production, things of that nature. But in order to make those things happen, we as individuals need to continue to grow. We as individuals need to continue to elevate who we are as people and how we think and how we operate. So that's why we get into those things as well. That's why all of our programs start out that way. And today I want to talk about emotions. Today, as we get into leadership development next week, one of the main things that as a leader we need to be able to do is have our emotions in check, leave emotions out of our decision making, right? And so Roy T. Bennett says, don't let your emotions get in the way of rational decision making. Don't let your emotions get in the way of rational decision making. And that's huge when you stop to think about it and what it all means to us as people, what it means to anyone who is around us and the group that we may be leading, what it means to the people around you outside of the office as well, and being able to lead in a manner that is going to benefit everyone. And so as we move forward and you start thinking about these different things, we're all human. We all have our feelings, we've got our emotions, and sometimes we let those get the best of us, and it could lead us to think of certain situations as ones that can really affect us in a negative way. What I mean by that is, stop to think about it. And I apologize. I have something in my eye here real quick. Okay, there we go. So think about the last time that someone said something that just rubbed you the wrong way. Think about the last time someone said something that irked you, whether it was at the office, outside of the office. What was that feeling? Okay. I know I had that happen over the weekend for myself personally as well. And, you got to stop and analyze those moments and think about them, because at the end of the day, when we let ourselves get charged in that way, you're the only one who's being affected by it. You're the only one who can, in turn, use that either for good or for bad. And how you do that and how you respond to those things are what matters, right? And so a lot of times in life you're going to see, or you're going to be presented with those situations that's going to happen to you. And so what I highly suggest is you take that, you harness that, and you use it in a manner that's going to be productive for you. You use it in a manner that is going to help you move forward in your career, in your life, and in whatever it is that you're doing. Because if you don't, all that's going to do is it's going to stack up on top of you, and it's going to be just something else that you're going to be thinking about, and something else that's going to keep you from moving forward. And here's the thing, you cannot stop moving forward. Customer gets pissed off at you, so what? You address it, you handle it, and you move forward. If every time somebody complained to you about something, you stop doing whatever it is that you're doing because it scared you or because you just didn't like it or whatnot, you're never going to get anywhere in life. You're never going to accomplish the things that you say are important to you, because the fact of the matter remains that life will always be that. There will always be people who will say things that are going to bother you. There will always be people who are going to complain. You're not going to make everybody else happy. It is just a matter of life. You're dealing with personalities. Not everybody's the same. Everybody has their different personalities, and that's just a matter of fact. And so as you look at the week ahead and the year ahead in 2025, as we're approaching that, if you think that that is you, if you're the type of person who is easily bothered by what people tell you, if you're that type of person who hesitates, holds back, stops, quits, whatever it is, when somebody complains about something, well, you need to address that, because if not, it's going to be something that is going to get in your way. And here's the thing. Life is hard. Business is hard. Sales is hard. Everything is hard. And if you're expecting everything to be hunky-dory and smooth, and you go around avoiding every situation that may make someone upset, well, you're never going to do anything in life. And that's not what we were put here for. That's not what you're here on this earth for. That's not what God intended us to be. We all were built, we all were made to thrive, to live our lives to the fullest, and to be able to make an impact on everyone and anyone possible. And if you're that type of person who is looking for only the right situation, so I can't go here because if I go that way, then I may upset some people. Well, I can't say this because if I say that, I may upset some people. Well, guess what? You're going to upset people no matter what. And you just have to accept that. So you might as well figure out what it is that you want to do for yourself, and then be that person. Be that person, but harness your own emotions, because when we make decisions based on emotion, then it can lead to even bigger problems. Like I said, customer complains, you stop advertising, you stop taking calls, you stop doing all these things. Well, the thing that's going to happen is you're going to lose all your business. You're not going to be making money, and then you're not going to have the career that you've got right now, and you're going to have to move on and do something else. And at that point, if that's who you are, you might as well go take a job at a restaurant. Not that there's anything. I've worked restaurants. My parents were servers their whole lives, but what I'm saying is you might as well go take a job somewhere where you're not going to be required to make decisions. And even there, you're going to have issues because you're still surrounded by other people. You're still surrounded by other humans. So what you should be doing is taking a look at the issues. What you should be doing is trying to understand, why did that happen? How did that happen? And how can I avoid it? What decisions can I make from here on out? And how can I make the right decisions from here on out based on the issues and not on emotion? And heck, we've got that going on right now. When you stop to think about it, you stop to think about the elections. That's all it is. It's are you making decisions based on the issues? You're making decisions based on emotions, right? We've got very polarizing individuals in this, and that's all around us. When you stop to think about it, those types of individuals are all around. People say, I'm that type of person as well. I'm very polarizing, and I'm very opinionated, that I'm very, I don't know, arrogant, all of these things. But you have to decide, who are you? What's important to you? And make decisions based on the issues and not on emotions. And when you can do that, the majority of the time, you'll make a decision that's going to actually pay off in the long run. And even if it doesn't, let's say for some instance, for some reason you made a decision and it did not work out. Well, the fact that you're level-headed and you don't freak out and you're not stressing out, you can actually address that wrong decision that was made and correct it. I read somewhere where there was There's a phrase that really stood out to me, that if you go about life trying to avoid making mistakes, you will never have one. That was pretty powerful. If you go about life trying to avoid making mistakes, you will not have one. You won't have a life. If you're trying to do everything and avoid every mistake possible, you will not have a life. And that's why I tell people all the time, make a decision. And if it's the wrong one, we'll fix it. And I could tell you the same thing right now with regards to the election. Make a decision and run with it. But just make sure you're making a decision based on the issues and not on emotion. Man, last night I watched, going off on a tangent here, but last night I watched the Reagan movie with Dennis Quaid. I thought that it was a pretty powerful movie. It was a great movie. It made me remember a lot of things growing up as a kid back in the 80s. But I really loved Reagan's speech at the debate with Jimmy Carter, where he ends it by asking a simple question. Are you better off right now than you were 4 years ago? And that's what we all need to think about. Where are we better off than we were 4 years ago? And if you are, and if you feel you are, if you haven't been affected by anything and you think everything's hunky-dory, then go ahead, make that decision that way. Stay the same. If you're not, then it's the obvious decision. You got to take the emotion out of it, whether you like either candidate or not. If you feel that you're better off, you know which way you got to go. If you don't, then you know which way you should go. And let's keep moving forward. But at the end of the day, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if it's Kamala or if it's Donald. You're in control of your life. So what are you going to do from here on out? I'm not talking about them right now. I'm talking about us, you, me. How are we going to continue moving forward? What are we going to do as we move forward? How are we going to approach these decisions, these high pressure decisions? How are we going to approach the situations that happen within our business, within your sales consultancy? What are you going to be doing day in and day out? How will you approach decisions? How will you approach high pressure situations? How will you approach things when they don't go your way? Start to develop your emotional intelligence. Let's grow together. Let's continue to improve ourselves as individuals. Let's continue to improve our emotional IQ. And that comes with putting yourself in situations where you have to make decisions, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, taking risks, playing high stakes games so that you can be in control of your life. Because at the end of the day, if you don't control it, somebody else is going to. If you are not in control of your life, of your business, of your career, of your relationship, everything, somebody else will be. So I encourage you today to go out and make that happen. Go out and start to develop those skills. Make the uncomfortable decisions and move forward. But make those without emotion, just based on the issues. So you guys take that for what it's worth. This coming week, like I said, we're going to be getting into leadership skills, leadership development. Maybe there's some great topics that we've got lined up for you. And so with that being said, I'm going to be on the road all next week. So I'm going to head into the studio and record those. They'll be recorded coming out every morning at 8:15. But we would truly, truly appreciate if you would start to share this information. Let's get it out everywhere and help people, help as many people as possible to grow and continue to grow, whether they're in manufactured home sales or not. At the end of the day, what we're trying to do is make sure that everyone is developing. It's what we do for our kids. That's what I'm sure you do for your kids, if you've got any. So let's all work together. Let's all help each other. Let's all move forward. And by the way, don't forget that this we're 2 weeks away at this point, 2 weeks away from our 2025 Path to Mastery event that's happening November 18th and 19th. It's a Monday and Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we're going to be coming in to work with you. There are going to be workshops that we're going to be having both of those days, and you're going to leave there with actionable strategies on time management, on leadership skills, on professional development, and we're going to finish it all out with planning out your 2025 goals and an action plan to make that happen. Plus, on top of that, you're going to get access to a mastermind all 2025. Once a month, we'll be meeting via Zoom and meeting as a group so that we can continue to move forward, make sure you're on path. All of that for your one registration fee of only $225. Go to manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. Go get registered today. Don't forget, 75% of that goes to the American Red Cross for Hurricanes Helene and Milton relief. Okay. Don't forget that just happened about a month ago, a little over a month ago, all of that. So they're still dealing with all of that. And we want to do our part where that's why we're donating 75% of that registration to that. And the other 25% we're using to sponsor our industry brothers and sisters in those areas so that they can be a part of the event as well for free and part of that mastermind. So do your part. Let's all work together. Go get signed up right now. Get your information over at manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. We have all the details on the speakers, what we're going to be going over. There's a whole bunch of information you can get on the website about it, and share that as well. Let's fill this thing up. You guys have a great Sunday. Go out and do some great things. Plan out your week ahead. And we'll be back in tomorrow starting our leadership development segment or series for our 15 Minutes of Mastery starting tomorrow morning here and wherever it is that you're watching this. So you guys have a great Sunday, and we'll be talking soon. Until then, I can't wait to meet you.